Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here. It's Friday the 2nd of December. Quick update for you on how to see things developing through the weekend and into next week. And the weather models just aren't playing ball in the medium term at the moment. Remember me saying yesterday about the ridge that I thought was going to build across the Atlantic. This is the GFS, by the way, at the top here. This is the ECMWF on the bottom. This is from Ryan Mowry's excellent sites. And notice we've got this ridge here in the 500 millibar flow on the GFS and on the ECMWF as well. The GFS, which is the one on the bottom here, I should have said, ECMWF on the top, GFS on the bottom. ECMWF, look, making more of the ridge around the 10th, so that's where are we getting to next Saturday. Now, if this ridge builds in, then I think there's going to be an area of high pressure developing at the surface here west of the British Isles, and that could set the scene for the weather for the middle of the month, although I'm not expecting that to last particularly very long, because I think this jet will push back south and then we'll get a westerly flow developing it again around about the 17th, 18th of the month. Now, that's a change from yesterday, because I did think that the high, once it built in mid-month, could be in for quite a while, but we got big questions over this morning. And really, I don't have a great deal of confidence in the forecast medium term, I've got to say. Having been confident over the last few days, this has kind of shook things up a little bit. So I think let's wait for tomorrow and Sunday, let's see what happens, and then we can kind of make a firmer prediction, I think, as to what happens middle of the month. But wouldn't surprise me if we didn't see that area of high pressure build in around about the 13th, 14th, give us a few days of cold, frosty weather, particularly across central and southern parts of the country, then collapse away to the south, the jet returning, and we're staying fairly cool and fairly unsettled conditions, although the far south at times is likely to be relatively mild. So let's look at how the ensemble sees this in terms of the Arctic Oscillation. And remember, the Arctic Oscillation is a measure of how strong the westerly flow is around the Arctic Circle. You can see here, look, a dramatic weakening off here going into the 9th, 10th and through into the 11th, 12th. I think this is the period I've been talking about that high pressure, but just look at the spread here from the different runs. You see how they're all spread across the neutral area? It shows that confidence has been hit in the models during the last 24 hours. This is the NAO, so this is the measure of the strength of the westerly winds coming across the Atlantic Ocean, and again, look, this is dipping towards neutral, which all indicates this build of pressure in the Atlantic Ocean west of the British Isles. But again, this big spread, look, here in the ensemble models, and that really knocks confidence. I don't like to see that, so I think we've got to say jury's out, really, as far as today goes with the confidence in the forecast. Now, this is the comparison between the GFS and the ECMWF on Monday, and you can see here that actually they're both building high pressure, look, down towards the south. This is Monday the 12th of December. And look, even on the ensembles of each, they've got that high down to the south with a westerly flow. And you'd look at that surface pattern and actually think agreement between the models was pretty good. It's just that I'm not sure this is the way this is going to develop. I wonder if this high is going to be further north here, west of Ireland, which would put us into cooler conditions. Of course, it's one of those that I always say, well, we'll wait and see how this thing develops. So let's just run through the next few days and the weekend then for you. And this is the time of the chart is up here, top left hand corner. This is from weatheronline.co.uk. We'll run through, you see, this afternoon, here's low pressure west of Scotland. Here's the front coming into the western parts of the country. Watch how that spreads eastwards during the course of tonight, clears the southeast by tomorrow morning. And really tomorrow we're into brighter conditions, I think. We're looking at sunny spells, but feeling cold. These showers across western and northern Scotland are going to be falling as snow over the hills. Into the afternoon, some showers running through still for western Scotland, and some outbreaks of rain and showers moving along the southern coast of England, and it will be feeling pretty cold too. And you can see breezy. These are westerlies at 7s, 4-7 across the north. I think westerly nearer a 3 or 4 through the channel. Those of you thinking of channel crossing, either sailing or flying tomorrow, not very nice really. I mean, look, if we knock it back, it's a wet, it's a pretty miserable afternoon across the channel, moderate to poor visibility there as well. And then knocking it through in towards Sunday, still staying with this brisk west and northwesterly flow, particularly across the north, and I think further snow showers by then, look, penetrating into western Scotland, coming into northwest England, north and northwest Wales and Ireland. Now, we need to watch this because that could put a covering of snow on the hills during Sunday, and this is a little feature that we've been watching for the last few days. Initially, remember, it was forecast to come across Ireland and across northern England, and with every one of the model it's gradually pushed it a little bit further south. But we need to watch this, because if that is a little bit further north, this could bring some pretty heavy snow across the hills of Wales and northern England. At the moment it looks as if it's going to bring rain across southern counties of England. I think this is a little too far south. I think it's going to be a line Aberystwyth, Birmingham, Norwich, southwards that sees most of that. And then really we go cold into Monday. I think cold with frequent snow showers across northern and western parts of the country. And really that's the pattern that we stay in for much of the middle part of next week. But just look, the GFS by the end of the week trying to bring low pressure again to northern Scotland, the deep area here. Fronts moving eastwards, bringing these unsettled conditions, but to the south starting to become milder. Now, I'm not convinced by this, as I've said all the way through this forecast. We'll build on this through the course of the weekend. The jury really is out. I'm wondering if, yes, we may see this, but actually more as a westerly flow, so feeling cooler. But then into next weekend and the beginning of the week after, the beginning of the week after next week, so kind of the 12th, 13th, 14th, if we don't see an area of high pressure developing here west of Ireland. I'm going to leave it at that for now, because I think to go further than that on these charts at the moment really gives the implication of a confidence that isn't really there. So anyway, this site's kept free of charge by the adverts you see around it, so if you do see an advert you like, click on it, go through to the sponsor, it generates revenue for us, and it tells the sponsor that you like the site too. So, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit hesitant today on giving you a firm prediction as to how I see things shaping up, but this is kind of the pattern of whether you do get up one day and just see that the models have kind of gone a little bit haywire and you have to wait for them to settle off once again. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.